In this lesson, we're going to show how we can let our users pick dates or times. Think about an app that's an appointment creator. So the user is going to want to be able to pick the date of the appointment and the time for the appointment. So we can do this using the Uidatepicker. And it's down here somewhere. There he is. And there are a number of modes for this. And we'll use a couple of them. So our first date picker, we just want to be able to pick the date. In our second one, we'll just pick the time. And you can see the other modes. By default, it's date and time. And of course, we have date up top. And then there's something called a countdown timer. And that actually is effectively a stopwatch, but you have to run the timer in code and then turn around and set the picker value. But it looks a little bit different than strictly the time version. We also have an interval, because what these controls do is they create a little bit of a flywheel down at the bottom of the screen. But you'll see that when we get to it. We can also pick minimum dates and maximum dates so that there are proper ranges. So let's hook it up with some connections. And our first control is a date picker. And we want a referencing outlet for that. Excuse me, actually, we want a value changed event for that. And we'll set our parameter type to Uidatepicker. And we want a similar thing for our time picker. And these events will fire anytime the value is changed. And we'll just do something called an NS log. And that will just log to an output window. There's our first log. And our second. Although we're looking for the time, we still use the date property on the Uidatepicker. Okay, let's give this a run and see what happens. So here are our picker controls, and you can see the different modes. So I've got date up top and time. And here are the flywheels. And you can see down here the result of our NS log. And I made a mistake on that NS log because I didn't actually get a value. So let me correct that. And now we should log a little bit better. And you can see as I go, I'm not getting any logs. But when I release, that's when we get the change. And you can see I've got the date. And there's the time. And you know, because of the formatting, we've actually got it in universal time rather than the actual time of my time zone. So these are what the date time pickers look like. And you can see they take up a lot of real estate for the phone. So you have to be a little bit wise in using them. There may be other controls that you want to use instead. For instance, you can create a drop-down calendar, or maybe you want to use just entry boxes for time. But these are the standard controls for iOS.